Stam Garden Center. Transform your indoor and outdoor space with our stunning selection. Visit us today, open 9 to 6, Monday through Saturday, located at 2421 Highway 92, Oskaloosa.
Here at Helmuth Ford, we are a small town dealership with no hassle and no pressure.
Bridget's Public House is an Irish pub located at 208 First Avenue East, Oskaloosa. Bridget's Public House hopes you find it a warm, welcoming space that also serves delicious, unique Irish-based options created in their kitchen. And don't forget a cold beverage of choice. Located just off the square next to True Value. Come in and check out the unique decor at Bridget's Public House while enjoying a beverage or food. Follow Bridget's Public House on Facebook and stop in person at 208 First Avenue East, Oskaloosa. That's Bridget's Public House. Locally owned and operated. Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa. It's more than a drugstore. They offer framing, merchandise like collectibles, a gift shop, crafts, college gear, and more. Plus cards, candles, and a whole lot more. Mahaska Drug is open late and on the weekends to fit your lifestyle. For more than just a drugstore, call 641-673-3439 or stop by Mahaska Drug at 205 North E Street in Oskaloosa. Mahaska Drug. It's more than a drugstore. Sigourney Keota football fans, Steve Shetler Media is teaming up with Clint Dye of Tag Team Photography to bring you coverage of Sigourney Keota football this fall. You've seen Clint's fantastic photos of Sigourney Keota football over the last few years. And now Clint is bringing those talents to be showcased on Steve Shetler Media. We're going to have pictures and action shots of each and every game, an in-depth article, and a video highlight of the game as well. You won't miss a thing with Sigourney Keota football coverage right here this year on Steve Shetler Media.
And here's your host, Steve Shetler.
Hey-o! Hi, guys! Good morning. Steve with you on the morning wake up here on Steve Shetler Media. Right now, 54 degrees as we start off this Tuesday morning. Of course, our morning wake up being brought to us by Stam Garden Center and Nursery. Experience the color at Stam's just outside of Oskaloosa on Highway 92. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Closed on Sundays at Stam Garden Center and Nursery, our headline sponsor on the morning wake up. And we are broadcasting live from the Oski Dental Studios. Schedule your appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster, 641-673-4845. Accepting new patients, and Oski Dental going to file your insurance forms for you. They are a Delta Dental provider at 902 South 17th Street, Oskaloosa. The Oski Dental Studios, the Stam Garden Center and Nursery morning wake up. Let's take a look at our forecast right now. It's being brought to us by the Garden Gate at 105 South Jefferson in Sigourney. Stop in and see Cindy Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday, 9 to noon. And today, mostly sunny skies, a high around 81. South winds could gust up to about 20 miles per hour at times. Partly cloudy for tonight. We'll drop down to an overnight low of 53. Sunshine for your Wednesday tomorrow, a high of 87. Clear tomorrow night, low of 57. And Thursday will be sunny and 86. Right now, we have current conditions. Humidity 70%. Winds are south at about 10 miles per hour. Barometer at 30.05. Dew point at 46. And currently, according to the National Weather Service equipment, right here in the Oski Dental Studios, we have 54 degrees in Sigourney. Big old Sigourney, Iowa, here in southeast Iowa. Your weather brought to us by the Garden Gate. All right, earlier today we put up our This or That, brought to us by Stacy Flynn at the Legacy Insurance Group and Welcome Realty in Sigourney. And this is card games, that is board games. I'm going with board games on this one. We're kind of a board game family when we have some get-togethers. So card games or board games, that is our This or That. Again, brought to us by the Legacy Insurance Group and Welcome Realty in Sigourney. Coming up at noon, we'll put out our question of the day on the Facebook side of things, and it's brought to us by Amy's Salon House and Spa at 202 North Main in Sigourney. And what is the worst job that you have ever held? What do you think? What's the worst job you've ever held? Get your comments and your answers ready for the question of the day. That goes up at noon here on Steve Shetler Media Facebook. Let's see. We've got the tournament going on, the fall season tournament, For the Fun of It tournament, brought to us by Colbert Feed in Sigourney. Glad to have them on board as our tournament sponsor for this month of September. And Colbert Feed is more than just a feed mill. They are your horse source in Keokuk County. Will provide bulk or bagged feed for your livestock. A selection of horse feed, dog food, cat food, and bird food at Colbert Feed in Sigourney. And today's matchup, current matchup, has football versus candy corn. I think this one's kind of obvious. Football's going to win this one. I have no doubt. Football versus, although I do like candy corn. I like some my mom had some candy corn out when I visited her here a few days ago. Candy corn, football, that's our matchup on our For the Fun of It tournament. Voting on that goes until 6 p.m. this evening. There you see our brackets. Now, Soups and Chowders, the old tag team of Soups and Chowders, beat Trick or Treating in the first round. In our first matchup, over on the other side now, we've got football and candy corn. And then our next matchup that goes up at 6 will be Fall Foliage against Going Back to School. This is an interesting tournament for fall. So, that's happening this month, brought to us by Colbert Feed. What else we got going on? Coming up this week tonight. Man, tonight, I tell you what, we put this out last night. We reported this breaking news. Breaking news. Matt Stutzman, also known as the Armless Archer from Fairfield, Iowa, is going to be a guest on Tuesday Night Tune-Up tonight at 7 p.m. live at Smoky Row. This is our race show. Now, of course, you know Matt as being the archer, the archery expert. He got the gold at the Paralympics in Paris. I mean, just, a week, 2 weeks ago? I don't know. It wasn't that long ago. But Matt is also a race car driver. He does drag racing. You see his car there in the picture. Matt does drag racing, and he's going to be competing in the upcoming Redneck Rally. He has done the Redneck Rally before in Oskaloosa. So Matt is an incredible guy, and he is going to be our featured guest tonight. Now, I was chatting with Safe Grafke, our host for Tuesday Night Tune-Up, and he told me just earlier this morning that we have a loaded show. I guess we're going to have Chris Meninga from the Redneck Rally on. We're going to have announcer Wade Onger. I think is how you say his name. Wade, our Australian buddy. That wasn't on too long ago. Wade going to be there as a guest tonight. And I think, let's see here. Who else do we have? If Safe is watching, he can chime in the comments too. We've got Dustin Hook and others coming up tonight. So tune in. It is going to be a busy Tuesday Night Tune-Up, TNT, live from Smoky Row. Now, this is something that obviously you can watch TNT live on Facebook and YouTube, but you can also, if you're in Oskaloosa and you want to pop by Smoky Row and watch the show live, you sure can. I mean, feel free. It's open to the public, so check that out. Again, our featured guest tonight, the armless archer Matt Stutzman, gold medalist, who also happens to race cars without arms. That is incredible. That is amazing. So tune in tonight. It starts at 7 o'clock here on Steve Shetler Media. Coming up on Friday, we'll be going to Barn Wired in Sigourney, our Iowa Music Showcase every Friday from 11:30 to noon. We've got this duo coming to town, Cedar County Cobras. The Cobras, they're going to fit right in here in Sigourney. Of course, the Sigourney Keota football team is called the Cobras. We've got the Cedar County Cobras bringing their style of music coming up on Friday from 11:30 to noon. So either tune in here on Steve Shetler Media or come in to Barn Wired live and watch it live and in person. It's always fun. We always have a good time with the Iowa Music Showcase at Barn Wired. Coming up Friday night, we've got Pekin football. Josh and Zach, your announced team. We're going to be on the road for the first time this year. And Pekin takes on Danville at Danville. Now, as always, live streaming from different locations is always a little bit of a question mark. You never quite know how the Wi-Fi and the internet is going to work from different locations. So, fingers crossed everything will go well at Danville. Things have been perfect from Pekin so far the first couple of weeks, but we'll be on the road at Danville coming up on Friday night. Tune in. The undefeated Pekin Panther football team, 2-0, just smashing their first two opponents, are going to be taking on Danville this Friday night. And then we'll be up and at 'em on Saturday morning at the sports section, live from Brothers Market in Sigourney. Talking football, maybe we'll talk some other sports too. You know, we've thrown in some volleyball, we've thrown in a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And you can tune in 8 a.m. live from Brothers Market in Sigourney for the sports section. Tune in then. Let's take a look at our community calendar. Coming up next weekend. Yeah, next weekend is Keswick Harvest Days. Put that on your calendar. Come spend the day in Keswick, as it says there right in front of you. Also on our community calendar, we've got the Youth Outdoor Field Day coming up with Mahaska County Conservation in Oskaloosa. That's on September 28th. And then also on that same day at the end of this month, we've got the Watch Your Opera House with Bertie Young. And what is the name of the band? Boy, again, the print is kind of small on my screen, but Bertie Young and Hideaway Honey. They're kind of what they call a jukebox band. They do a lot of cover songs and a lot of different types of songs. So check that out going on at the Watch Your Opera House later on this month. I believe we've covered most everything. Shall we take a look at some birthdays? Let's do it. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Birthdays, celebrity and hometown birthdays brought to us by Nikki Leathers at Hometown Real Estate. Go to hometown-re.com for all of her listings. Hometown birthdays on the local and area side of things. We've got Deb Swantz with a birthday today. We've got Joy Latcham with a birthday. I always see Joy at the Pekin games. So a happy birthday to you, Joy. Jocelyn. We've got Jocelyn Price with a birthday today. Happy birthday to you, Jocelyn. Hope you have a great day. Denise Render with a birthday today. Happy birthday to you, Denise. And my longtime pal, Dietro, Michael Dietrich, with a birthday today. Happy birthday to you, Michael. Hope to see you soon. On the celebrity side, we've got Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad, Jose Feliciano, the guy that sang Feliz Navidad originally. 79 years old for Jose. Joe Perry from Aerosmith is 74 years old. We've got actor Colin Firth. Colin Firth, 64. Guy Ritchie, the movie director, is 56. And then comedian, all the girls think he's so cute, Matt Rife is 29. Rife. Firth and Rife. Your celebrity hometown birthdays brought to us by Hometown Real Estate here on Steve Shetler Media. Hey, good morning to you. We're doing the morning wake up. It's brought to us by, right over here, Stam Garden Center and Nursery. And we are, of course, live from the Oski Dental Studios on this Tuesday, September 10th. And on this date in history, let's see here. It was on this date in 1608, John Smith was elected the president of the Jamestown Colony Council in Virginia. 1608 for that. It was on this date in 1789, Alexander Hamilton was named our country's first Secretary of the Treasury. It was on this date in 1954, the Miss America pageant appeared on TV for the first time. And then 1993, The X-Files made its premiere on television. So some interesting stuff on this date in history. Today, on the National Day calendar, is National Ants on a Log Day. Is that where you put the celery and the peanut butter and the raisins? Ants on a Log Day. It's National TV Dinner Day. And it's National Swap Ideas Day. So if you have some ideas, you want to swap some ideas in the comments today, go right ahead. All right, I think that's most everything we need to get caught up for now. Let's hear from our sponsors, including our headliner, Stam Garden Center and Nursery.
Stam Garden Center. Transform your indoor and outdoor space with our stunning selection. Visit us today, open 9 to 6, Monday through Saturday, located at 2421 Highway 92, Oskaloosa.
As you plan your holiday grilling, consider serving a semi-sweet red wine from Tassel Ridge Winery to complement your steak and sweet corn. Iowa Silky St. Croix is a big wine with soft black cherry notes and a long fruity finish. It will make a great meal even better. The Iowa Silky St. Croix offers big red wine flavors softened with fruit and a little sweetness. It's available at some of our nearly 400 retail outlets in Iowa. If you don't see it at your favorite store, ask the manager to get it for you. Check the QR code to go directly to our website for a list of retailers. Tassel Ridge Winery is located in Lighton on Highway 163 between Pella and Oskaloosa, and is open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday from 9 to 6, Saturday from 10 to 6, and Sunday from noon to 6. Check our website at tasselridge.com.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, your family's free to enjoy their dreams.
Try it again. You're getting the hang of this. Good job.
American Family Insurance.
Contact Christy Tarr in Oskaloosa at 641-673-8965.
When shopping here at Helmuth Ford, we will do our best to put you in the vehicle that you want, that you love, and that is safe for your family.
Your safety is our focus. That's why we are a full-service repair facility.
We'd love to sell you a vehicle of your choosing. If we don't have it, we'll do our best to find it for you. If you're looking for a vehicle with low miles, a great price, and a friendly atmosphere, come visit us here at Helmuth Ford.
We look forward to seeing you soon.
See our full inventory at helmuthford.com.
Watch Pekin Panther football live right here this fall on Steve Shetler Media, Facebook, and YouTube with live announcers and an updated scoreboard, plus an area scoreboard to keep you updated on other schools of interest. It's Pekin Panther football live right here on Steve Shetler Media. Ah, yes, Pekin Panther football this year here on Steve Shetler Media. Oh man, we just started this. This is our first year doing football. I kind of got into it late last year at this time with Steve Shetler Media. Just started things up, so I didn't really have some football to cover. But this year we're doing Pekin football, and what a way to start with some football coverage. Pekin, fantastic team this year. Will Adam, Henry Adam, Robert Brown. Just a ton of talented athletes on that Pekin Panther football team. We do thank you for tuning in to the Morning Wake Up, brought to us by Stam Garden Center and Nursery from the Oski Dental Studios. Let's do some things you need to know. Whoa. And some things you need to know. Oh, man. James Earl Jones, the iconic voice of Darth Vader in Star Wars, plus, many roles, not only voice acting, but just acting in general. James Earl Jones passing away yesterday at the age of 93. It is a sad day in Hollywood, passing of James Earl Jones. So, I know they recorded him doing a bunch of words and lines and all sorts of stuff, because, you're not going to live forever. So Disney wanted to get his voice for Darth Vader for years and years and years to come. So James Earl Jones, voice of Darth Vader, passing away at 93. How about a Kathy Bates saying that her new Matlock series going to be her last show before retirement? I think I must have been watching some football and saw a little tidbit showing Kathy Bates and Matlock. Of course, that used to be, Andy Griffith. Who is Andy Griffith? I can't think of his name right now. I can see the guy. It used to be him doing Matlock way back when. But now Kathy Bates, because, of course, Hollywood can't come up with any good ideas, new, original ideas, so they just rehash everything. Matlock getting rehashed with Kathy Bates. Let's see here. In some other things you need to know, the Princess of Wales has released her most intimate video yet to reveal that she has finished a course of chemo. Now, she released a video yesterday, which she recorded along with her husband, Prince William, so you might want to check that out online. How about the creepy Harvey Weinstein? He was rushed to a hospital Sunday night for emergency heart surgery. I think Harvey's in jail, last I knew. Let's see here. Other stuff. Apple introduced its new AI-enhanced iPhone 16. That's a mouthful. Yesterday at an Apple event, among the new bells and whistles, hearing aid connectivity, sleep apnea tracking, a new camera control feature that gives you access to visual intelligence. Visual intelligence. And the new high-end iPhone 16 camera will let you shoot in 4K resolution at 120 frames per second. Now, you can order this expensive little gadget starting on Friday. They'll be in stores starting September 20th. So, the new iPhone. Let's see here. The slow, unfortunate death of late-night TV continues. Recently, NBC took away a live band from Late Night with Seth Meyers. And now, as we told you yesterday, Jimmy Fallon going to be cutting back to only 4 live shows a week. Fridays are cut out of his schedule. What else we got going on in things you need to know? Archaeologists in Scotland believe they may have found the gravesite of Merlin the Wizard. He was a real guy? I didn't know that. From the 5th and 6th centuries, and that King Arthur's advisor might have been quite different than the version handed down over the years. So, the gravesite of Merlin the Wizard. Interesting. Selena Gomez revealing that she can't carry a child due to her various health challenges over the years. So, sad news there for Selena. Let's go to Diddy, P. Diddy, Sean Diddy Combs. Diddy-dee-dee-dee. He put his Beverly Hills home up for sale. It can be yours for just $61 million. Come on down and get yourself P. Diddy's home, where I'm sure all sorts of horrible things happen. Let's see here. Other things you need to know. Nicole Kidman left the Venice Film Festival early on Saturday after getting word of her mom's passing away, so that's sad news. Janelle Ann Kidman was 84 years old, the mom of Nicole Kidman. Beetlejuice, the new Beetlejuice movie, opening over the weekend with $110 million in the U.S., $140 million worldwide. That's the second biggest September opening weekend ever in the U.S. for a movie. Pat Sajak won his first hosting Emmy in 26 years at the awards. Now, yes, of course, he is retired. He will be back on October 7th hosting Celebrity Wheel of Fortune. So bringing Pat back out of retirement already for just a show or two. The Smashing Pumpkins, a big rock band from the 90s. Smashing Pumpkins heading to Jimmy Kimmel Live on September 17th. So you might want to set your DVR for that. What else we got going on? A newly married couple from Michigan was arrested only hours after their wedding because the groom allegedly used the car to intentionally run over and kill one of his groomsmen. Did he find something out about the groomsmen? I want to know the story there. There's got to be a good story there. Why would you run over and kill one of your groomsmen right after you got married? Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce in the news. Spectators at the men's final of the U.S. Open Tennis Championship Sunday in New York City. It wasn't Taylor's first time. 22 years before, a 12-year-old Taylor was there to sing America the Beautiful at the big event for the U.S. Open. Let's see here. And finally, surveillance video from a pet store in Florida shows a woman browsing the baby bird section before picking a baby bird up valued at $2,400 and apparently stuffing it in her bag and walking out. So, a baby bird thief. Let's do this. Today's impossible. It's impossible. Nothing's impossible. You can do it. Question. Impossible. The most common recurring dream or dreams include number one, falling. I don't recall having falling dreams. So the most common recurring dreams, number one, falling. Number two is being chased. And number three is what? This is the impossible question. Again, what is the number three most common recurring dream? Again, number one is falling. Number two is being chased. What is number three? Think about that. Let's take a look at the comments this morning. Bubby, good morning to you. Sandy, Dixie, Jackie, Sherry, Heather, Josh, Nancy, Ron, Amber. Thank you all for being in the comments, tuning in this morning. I know there's more of you out there watching this morning. Appreciate it. Thank you for your support. Again, today's impossible question. Most common recurring dreams are number one, falling. Number two, being chased. Number three, what is it? The number three most common recurring dream is being back in school. Now that's one I can get with. I dream about school a lot. I'm a very consistent dreamer at night, by the way. I dream all the time. But number three, most common recurring dream, being back in school. How about this from Wallet Hub? Iowa is amongst the top half of the most happiest states in America. Iowa comes in at number 19. As let's see here, a Gallup poll showing only a little bit less than half of Americans are very satisfied with their way their life is going. And so Wallet Hub did the happiest states of America to identify the places that create the best conditions for life satisfaction. So Iowa in the top 20 at number 19. Let's get weird.
That is weird.
In some weird, a Mexican city hosted a successful attempt for a tasty Guinness World Record, the world's largest string cheese ball. As the government and municipality teamed up to organize the record event, the finished ball broke the record at over 1,402 pounds. A little bit over that. So a string cheese ball. Organizers said it took 2,641 gallons of milk to create. That is pretty crazy. How about this? Sometimes, this is going to be our weird news story of the day that'll go up at 1 p.m. on Facebook. Obituaries can be pretty interesting, especially if the people writing them didn't like the people that died. So, Flo Harrison passed away at the age of 65 in Maine, the state of Maine. Estranged daughter, Christina Novak, got the last word in 4 scathing sentences, according to the Bangor Daily News. Now, in the obituary, published in the Kennebec Journal, Christina Novak wrote that her mother died, quote, without her family by her side due to burnt bridges and a wake of destruction left in her path. It concludes Florence did not want an obituary or anyone, including family, to know that she died. That's because even in death, she wanted those she terrorized to still be living in fear, looking over their shoulders. So this isn't so much an obituary, but more of a public service announcement. I think there's some friction in that family. What do you think? Again, you'll get that full story for Weird News coming up at 1 p.m. And then also in some weird news, let's see here. Going to get through this. In July, a Florida IT security company accidentally hired a North Korean hacker. Again, this is a security company, and they hired a North Korean hacker who was posing as a Western tech worker. Roger Grimes is a data-driven defense evangelist at KnowB4, a Clearwater company that provides internet security awareness training to thousands of organizations. The company inadvertently hired a North Korean hacker as a software engineer after he used a stolen ID during the interview process. So, I mean, that goes to show you that even with the most security you can have, you can still get scammed and hacked. I mean, a big-time security place getting fooled, getting duped, and hiring a North Korean hacker. That is your weird news for today. Let's go to Files of Law and Disorder. And in some disorder, let's go here today when people mention mental health on Facebook and on social media. It obviously brings about bad thoughts, but at least for one young woman in India, there's a very good reason to make such a connection, as AI working for Meta alerted local police that she was about to commit suicide. The 23-year-old was distraught over what Indian media claims was an abandonment by her husband, and she uploaded a video Sunday night on Facebook talking about suicide and basically giving her suicide letter on Facebook. A noose hung in the background and was fastened around her neck then as she spoke. Now, Meta, artificial intelligence, picked up on this video and alerted police and ended up saving the woman. So there you go. That's a little bit of good news from the Files of Law and Disorder. Speaking of some good news, let's do something that makes you smile. Something that'll make you smile. It's brought to us by our friends at Lifetime Dental Solutions, and it's Dr. Stacy Freeze, located at their new location. I think they just had their ribbon cutting yesterday. I can't talk. At their new location at 115 South Jefferson at Lifetime Dental Solutions in Sigourney. They bring us something to make you smile, and, getting pulled over usually isn't something to smile about, but this story is a good one, as Abby Rutledge, who told Officer J.T. Brown during a traffic stop that she had no money to pay for a ticket, is now crediting that police officer Brown with helping her change her life. Now, back in August of 2022, the then 20-year-old Abby Rutledge was driving along a Birmingham highway when she saw red and blue police lights flashing behind her. Now, speaking with CBS News recently, she said she never would have thought that being pulled over could result in a major life change. According to Rutledge, when Alabama State Trooper J.T. Brown stopped her for speeding, she told him that she wouldn't be able to pay the ticket if he gave her one. So Brown simply replied to her saying, quote, "Well, how about we talk about it then?" They talked for about 10 to 15 minutes. And as the two were just talking about different career paths, eventually they came up with an idea together that she would become a nurse. Now, Brown didn't issue her a ticket, but gave her a warning instead. And on the warning, he wrote, "Promise me you'll go to scrub or nursing school and slow down, and I won't give you a ticket." Now, 2 years later, Rutledge is doing exactly that, what she promised. So, some good news, something to make you smile, getting pulled over, but ended up being a life-changing situation for the better. You can read that full story coming up at 7:45. That'll get posted on my Facebook page, brought to us by Lifetime Dental Solutions, something to make you smile. And then let's get out of here with some duh. In some duh, a loaded gun stored in the oven. Why would you put a loaded gun in the oven? I don't know. A loaded gun stored in the oven fired 5 rounds after getting overheated in Virginia, according to authorities. Chesterfield firefighters responded to a call regarding a fire. When they got there, they opened the oven and they found the gun inside. Officials said that someone turned the oven on with the gun inside. The gun overheated, 5 rounds fired off. They say, quote, "Please do not store guns or anything else in your oven. Keep them somewhere secure, like a gun safe." Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah, your gun will shoot off, evidently, if it gets heated up in the oven. So don't do that. Duh. Let's take one last look at our forecast for today. It's brought to us by the Garden Gate. Sunny and 81, and just a little bit breezy at times for today. Again, coming up here video-wise on this Tuesday, we've got In Remembrance Of. That comes up every weekday at 8 a.m. At noon, let me look up at the schedule. Noon has What's Happening in Southeast Iowa. It's community calendar type of video. 5:30 brings us Successful Farming. And at 7 o'clock, TNT Tuesday Night Tune-Up with the armless archer, Paralympic champion Matt Stutzman, our featured guest. We're going to be talking a lot about the upcoming Redneck Rally, but Matt Stutzman live tonight on Tuesday Night Tune-Up, live from Smoky Row in Oskaloosa. Hey, again, we do thank Stam Garden Center and Nursery for being our headline sponsor here on the Morning Wake Up. We always broadcast live from the Oski Dental Studios. Okay, you guys have a great day. Appreciate you for tuning in. As I always say, we thank our sponsors. If you go into any of the businesses that you see, like Oski Dental or Stam's up here, or any of the businesses down here, make sure you tell them that you saw their advertising on Steve Shetler Media. It would help me out immensely, and it'll let them know that their money is being well spent. Okay, that does it for today. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.